What about a waterfall?
This is Bryce Canyon in one day, a place that looks like another planet.
Absolutely incredible.
The next 24 hours, I'm taking you through one of the most mind-blowing landscapes in the entire US, taking you to the best hikes, must-see point views, and sharing some of the stories I didn't expect to happen.
This challenge is amazing. I didn't know that what I can do and how much I can do.
Once you get out there, you learn things about yourself.
My name is Selena and welcome to my Utah Mighty 5 National Park season. I'm on a mission to hit the 5 mighty national parks in 5 days. And after having the most amazing drive at Route 12 last episode, today we finally make to Bryce Canyon National Park.
So we just made it to Bryce Canyon, and I swear to God, the same feeling as when I entered Arches. Look at this. This is so gorgeous. I got excited to do a hike, and I saw this mossy cave is a 0.4 mile, so 1 mile both ways. Let's go.
A must stop here at Bryce, but a must start. It just gives the vibe of what this park is gonna deliver to you, and it's quite a different scenery with all the water and the way you see things over here. Now, what's very interesting and unlike most of the rest of the park, the water in Moss's Cave Canyon is not a natural stream as you would think. In the late 1800s, early settlers built an irrigation canal from a nearby river to bring water to the arid region. This canal, known as the Tropic Ditch, diverted water through the plateau down into what became the Water Canyon, creating a water flow where none naturally existed.
Let's do the trail. It's only a mile. It's a mile. Very steep. Uphill. Alright, too late to give up now. The views are too pretty. So fortunately, or unfortunately, the path to keep going up is closed for restoration. So this is the last of the view. Let me show you all. What about a waterfall? Absolutely incredible. I just thought about this. This is the perfect example about no matter how tired we are, no matter, like you can have all the excuses, right? Like I am for real the whole day. I've been feeling really exhausted from the other hikes, hence why I couldn't do much today. But with what the right motivation does to you. As soon as I enter Bryce Canyon, the beauty of it slapped my face. And at that instant, I just wanted to get out of the car and come hike and come see what this was about. So, yeah, when in life you're feeling exhausted and you just don't want to do the things you need to do, just look for the right motivation. Find your Bryce Canyon.
What a stunning way and energy to start this visit at Bryce. And I met one of my followers, Avery. Hi, Avery. considered compact compared to the other parks, about 56 square miles. The road layout and rugged terrain mean you may need to drive a bit even to go from one viewpoint to another. Because the park is built on a plateau and made up of multiple amazing amphitheaters rather than one continuous canyon, the journey between spots feels more like van life travel than walkable valley. Great to show you what cruising through the park feels like. And this is what Bryce Canyon is known for. A mind-blowing natural amphitheater carved out over millions of years and filled with thousands of towering stone spires called hoodoos. Hoodoos are these tall, skinny rock formations that look like cliffs, castles, even characters frozen in stone, all sculpted by ice, water, and time. From here, at Sunset Point, you can really see them. Layered reds, orange, and creamy limestone rising straight out of the canyon floor. And the best part? You can walk the rim from Sunset Point all the way to Sunrise Point. It's an easy stretch of the rim trail, perfect for soaking in every angle of this amphitheater. And honestly, the best way to see Bryce in 24 hours is exactly this. Arrive here for sunset, rest for the night, wake up early to hit Sunrise Point, and tomorrow morning, we will hike down into these hoodoos, and besides the outwardly experience, something incredible happened in the middle of this hike. Come along, cause I gotta say, that was one of my favorite hikes of the season. We just got to our camping spot at Bryce Canyon, and we're literally in the woods for tonight. Come check it out. The Sunset Campground is right across Sunset Point, so it's a prime location for you to stay at. And you're literally in the middle of the woods.
Dinner tonight is out here at the dark picnic table by the woods with the pizza we got in town. The artichoke beignet. I'm so intrigued to try this. And some good Malbec wine. Good night, everyone. Leaving the campsite here at Bryce this morning, and it is packed. Not fully packed, but there's a lot of other RVs and camping cars and vans. And we are headed to watch the sunrise.
Something very unique about Bryce is that some of the hikes you can do them in a horseback ride.
Even when the park is not that busy, I mean it is busy, I got the last spot for the sunrise. And of course, I'm last minute to it, so let's rush up there and see what we can catch.
This is the most incredible hike in Bryce Canyon National Park, and you cannot miss this. This is the Navajo Loop, and there are a million ways you can do this hike differently. There are different entrances, different parts in the trail that you can decide to go and make it longer or shorter. And you can do it clockwise or counterclockwise. So stick with me because I'm gonna show you my choices, what I could have done better so you can take that one, and some amazing inspirational lessons that an impromptu encounter provided us. Let's dive in. I decided to start the trail at the Queen's Garden, right at the sunrise point. This trail drops about 600 feet from top to bottom and back over roughly a 3-mile loop. But the real drop is in scale. We're entering a natural labyrinth of hoodoos, fens, and cliffs carved by millions of years of water, wind, and ice. And in parts, I even feel like I was walking through castle arches. This hike during sunrise is one of the most incredible things to experience. Seeing the sun painting all the hoodoos layer by layer right from beneath here is something incredible to experience. So definitely include that in your itinerary. This rocky formations is the inspiration for one of the most iconic roller coasters in Disneyland and all Disney parks around the world. Do you know which one I'm talking about just by looking at them now? Yes, it is the Thunder Mountain. And since the Thunder Mountain I saw it first, walking through here feels like I'm exploring walking around the area of the roller coaster, and the twists and turns feels like the same way, just in a walkable version of some sort. The trail winds between spires and cliffs and some pretty high drop-offs right next to your feet. Switchbacks up and down, every turn giving a new frame. I felt like I was going through a video game with different phases, and every part was more surprising than the one before. I felt inspired, peaceful, and in a sort of an adrenaline rush too. Once you get to the bottom and center of this amphitheater, you get to this garden area, hence Queen's Garden Trail. And I swear it felt like I was in the middle of a fairy forest. And if this hike and this place wasn't already enough to make me feel this glowing, magical energy, I always preach that the energy we carry around us attracts the same right back to us. And I could taste that right in the middle of this hike.
Queen's Garden was beautiful.
Yeah. That's the idea of doing Navajo and then going back.
Yeah, I'm doing the same but the opposite way. You guys came from that way.
Yeah, but this is harder on going up. Queen's Garden is a bit softer.
Oh man.
Yeah, you come from here, blessed us. Now you're going against the slope. It'll be fun.
Great. Thanks for the heads up.
So this was too late for me to learn about that, but for you, make sure you start in the opposite direction and finish it up at Queen's Garden because it's a lot softer to go up. You will see at the end of this hike what I had to do to get out of here.
I'm taking my time. This is so beautiful.
That's why,
I think this is one of the most beautiful hikes, trails I've done. And I've done like this insane beautiful trails in Hawaii and hikes. I mean, different kind of beauty, right? Different kind of beauty.
Yeah, those are different.
But this is like, it's so enjoyable. Every corner is a new wow. Yeah.
I started these last few years as soon as my kids went to college, one at a time, and I go with my son a lot because summer break and this.
So everyone, I'm here in the middle of the hike in between the Navajo loops, and I just meet this most amazing, courageous, and brave woman. I want to introduce her to you all.
Hi, everybody.
We were having an amazing conversation here about how women from different cultures, how we just need to embrace our courage.
Definitely.
And come live and come do different experiences. We learned through them. What have been, tell us really quick, what have been some of your most learnings from this experience, Chito?
I think that, you know what, I'm an engineer. So I was always had books, right?
Yeah.
And when I came from Zion Park, and
Uh-huh.
then when I came here, I cannot believe that how science actually, chemistry work here. This park, I can just like connect my book knowledge and what I saw, and then I just started exploring and kind of taking this challenge is amazing. I didn't know that what I can do,
Yeah.
and how much I can do.
Because to get out there, you learn things about yourself you never
Definitely.
did
You gotta
before,
push,
right?
and I stopped listening to the people that what you can do and
Yeah.
cannot do, right?
They put
Like,
labels on you.
yes,
You're a women, you are from this culture.
definitely.
You cannot do this.
Definitely.
You have an accent.
Yeah.
There's so many things we are told, and then you start believing on that.
And then
We need to
every
break
trip-
off from that.
Yeah, every trip I start going, and I said, you know what? I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
And my kids are my big support, you know?
Yeah.
They always says that, Mom, you should never look back and do what you, because when there was responsibility and work needed to be
Yeah.
done, you did that. Now live your life
Now
for
live your
you and
life.
explore. And that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
I love history,
Yeah.
and I kind of go
Explore.
and explore and,
Yeah.
and do things, and I kind of love science and engineering, and absolutely everything connects. Nature connects with everything. So all these women out there, you know, you all should do what you want to do. Everything is possible if you want, and connect.
Yes.
You can connect with the people. Look at what you know.
Do you see how I tell you all? How when you're putting the right energy out there, you cross with the right people. And this trip has been nothing but that. So I hope I'm inspiring you all to get out there,
Yes.
get out of your box of fear, and just go explore
Absolutely.
little by little, and you discover courage in you. You never knew you had it. Right,
Yes.
Chantal?
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Oh my God. Okay, bye, girls.
Chito, it was amazing to hear your story, and it makes me emotional to think the goal when I left for these travels, it was to connect with other women like me, other solo travelers, other women alike. And since day one when I met Rachel in that farm, from the van tour episode, Chito here in this park, and other females I crossed paths with in the middle of my hikes, I never felt so alive, so connected, so overflowing this energy that I'm getting from these parks. I became absolutely addicted to explore the United States national parks. And if you are also a solo female still afraid to get out there, don't be. Face that fear. Take the steps. You don't know what you're gonna encounter in the hike. Let it surprise you. And by the way, I'm not talking specifically about a hike, you got me. I really hope I can help you transform your life with experiences like this too.
Could I please ask you to take a picture for me?
Sure.
Thank you.
And this is for those of you who always ask me the silly question, how do you get the pictures by yourself when you travel solo? Talk to people, ask people. Sometimes this is how you get to know others, and I always offer to take a picture back for them. So I chose to climb up at the Two Bridges Trail, but if you go a little further, you're gonna take the path to Wall Street. And up in here, don't miss this little secret peekaboo. And after finishing one of the most amazing hikes of my life, it was time to get back in the van and cross Bryce Canyon Park to get to one of the most amazing point views. One of the most spectacular overlooks in the park, Bryce Point sits at about 8,300 feet of elevation and gives a sweeping panorama over the entire amphitheater filled with hoodoos and cliffs. Funny enough, Bryce Canyon isn't actually a canyon at all. It's a giant natural amphitheater. But the name comes from a Mormon pioneer named Ebenezer Bryce, who settled here in the 1870s. He wasn't a geologist, a park ranger, or an explorer. He was just a quiet carpenter who who built roads and helped the little frontier community to survive. His homestead sat right on the rim of this massive amphitheater, and he used to graze cattle nearby. People would ask him what it was like living next to this wild, maze-like landscape, and he gave the most iconic, no-nonsense answer ever. It's a hell of a place to lose a cow. The name stuck. Locals start calling the area Bryce's Canyon, even though it technically wasn't a canyon. Decades later, when the government protected the land and eventually created a national park, they officially named it Bryce Canyon in his honor. So today, one of the most magical landscapes on earth is named after a cowboy who was just trying to keep track of his cows.
This amazing point views concludes our visit to Bryce. Unfortunately, I feel like I don't want to leave this place. And I found this very nice corner to cook some breakfast right now. So let's enjoy it. And another brunch with a nice view has been accomplished. We got some scrambled eggs, roasted potatoes, cheese, sausage, and this view. Just like that, breakfast is served. Today I'm gonna take you with me to show you what it takes to do this amazing aerial views you've seen of the van driving out these beautiful roads. So this is what I go through every time I do that. Watch this.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel to drive along with us next episode to Zion National Park for a grand finale of the Utah Mighty 5 National Park season. And this will definitely be one of the most memorable shots of Bryce Canyon.